Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. It's Lori-Lynn, Spirit Within Us. If you like my channel and you'd like to comment, please do subscribe, hit the bell, which allows you to see all of my videos. And I'm very grateful for all the people that come to my channel to see or experience what it is that I do. And so for anybody new, I will explain a little bit about it. I am an intuitive, I am a medium, I am a counselor. I studied counseling, meditation and hypnosis. And so I use a lot of the tools that I've learned to help people along their journey. What I've learned about myself most was that I wanted to bring to people, to give to people, show people, to live their life with a passion, desire that comes from your heart and your soul. If it comes from your heart, then it's what's meant to be. And so never block that off. So I help people to release those blocks so that they are able to live that life that they have so earned. And often we're not aware of the blocks, but we do have to release them. So when first a client comes to me, I always begin with reading because my messages come clear. I connect directly with spirit, with my guides, and with the person that I'm reading to. I also connect with their guides. When I do these universal readings, I just ask for universal energy and for spirit to bring forth whoever needs most to hear the messages, that they will actually come forth and hear what is necessary. I also kind of believe that that everybody can get a message out of what spirit guides me towards, and that we all have earned and deserve to live our life with passion. I went through 7 years of self-discovery. Again, I was on the journey and then, I kind of veered off just due to circumstances. And then once I was back on, it was actually more full force, and I took life coaching courses. I was very guided towards what was necessary. In a way, it was that spirit guided others towards me. I was really fortunate, and I know that that's what happens and how it happens. Spirit is stronger than you could possibly know. And once you connect with spirit, once you connect with the divine and open up all your chakras and start listening to your intuition. And I'm going to explain probably at some point the difference between intuition and that gut feeling. And there is a difference, a huge difference. And intuition is based on knowing. Our gut is based on fear. And that fear allows us to see the past. It's always based on the memories and from the past, and then allows us to make a decision. Our intuition is not that. Our intuition is just a knowing. It may say, stop, don't do that, but it's just a knowing. So again, for those of you who have not heard this, every morning I start off the same way. I do my, it's from a book called The Fountain of Youth, and I discovered it when I was about 25 years old. And I did the exercises for quite a while. My mother still does the exercises to this day, and she's 84 years old, and she is incredible, an absolutely incredible woman, and for the most part, she's really, really healthy. And so I started doing those again. So I do those every morning. I do my meditation and I do my prayer. And so you have to find for yourself what works for you to give yourself that passion. And the first question that we should say every single morning upon awakening is, what is the greatest ideal of myself for today? And then live that ideal. Just live that ideal. Keep that in your head. Set your intentions. So what I'm doing today is I'm going to just do a very short general couple of cards that came up for me. And then I've got 3 decks, and one is the blue heart. The second one is the pink calcite. And the third one, finally found again yesterday, is the purple heart. So choose between blue, pink, or purple, 1, 2, and 3. And let me just do the general message and kind of begin from there. So the first general message that Spirit came to me with was a message of faith, having faith. And faith grows when you act without knowing the end result. And so I have this huge belief that fear and faith cannot coexist. It's impossible. You can't just have a little bit of faith. You can have a little bit of fear, but you can't have a little bit of faith. Faith is all in, 100% in. If you are faithful, it's similar to when I talk about the gut instinct and the intuition. Or intuition is just a knowing, and that's faith. It's that knowing, it's that belief. And with faith, you don't always have to see it. There's lots of things that we can't see that are there. Actually, right now I see, and we see it in different ways, but I keep describing this pandemic that we're going through at this time as a silent war. We can't see it. We don't know where it is. We don't know, who has it or when it's going. We don't know anything, and that's what it is. It's silent, and so that's why the unknown is often so scary. But we have to learn to trust, to have faith, have belief in ourselves. First and foremost, that we are most worthy and deserving, and know that the universe will deliver what is necessary for you in the highest good of yourself and all the people involved. So the other 2 cards that came up with this are from the Patch Tarot, and the first card is the Princess of Wands. And so the Princess of Wands is all about enthusiasm, passion. And so that's a reminder of no matter what's going on, because it came with the card of faith, no matter what's going on, it's that enthusiasm, it's that passion, it's that faith that allows you to move forward with all the passion that you have inside. Just keep moving forward, knowing and believing in what you have earned and deserved. And the other side of it was, so this could be in regards to relationship, because on the other side is the King of Cups, and he's coming to offer a cup. And the cup is love. Sorry, it just kind of sounded he's offering a cup, but he's offering love. And he's very creative, he's very imaginative, so it may not be in the way that you see it or even know it, but he's working behind the scenes. So for the people that need to know that message, that's your message in regards to a relationship. Just keep being who you are, knowing and having faith that that person is coming for you. They're just perhaps trying to figure out how. Okay? So, excuse me, that's just a message that came out very loud and clear. So for pile number 1, which is the blue stone, I have to move the other cards away. I apologize for being slow. And so for pile number 1, which is a blue card, the first card that I picked for it is from the Archangel Oracle deck. And the card is Take Your Power Back. And this is Archangel Raziel. And he has such strength, and it reminds you of the power that you have within yourself. And if you feel like you've given away your power, take it back. It's yours. And nobody took it from you. You either allowed it. Those are the blocks that sometimes people give and give and give. Well, it's time to take that power back. It's yours. So the card actually says, use your God-given power and intention to manifest the blessings in your life. So that's knowing, having faith, working on the blocks, and then setting your intentions of what you truly want in your life. That's your power. That's yours to own. Own it. Decide who and what you want, where and what you want, all of those things. It's within you. That's your power. Okay? So the next cards I chose were from the Hidden Wisdom of the Hidden Realm. And wow, okay, so the first card that comes up is the card of Goblins. And this has come up twice now in the last week. And goblins are those blocks, those are those memories that you just keep attaching to yourself. Being in the first position, what it's saying is that you are in the process of recognizing that you do have blocks and that you have the power to release them. So many of the goblins or the demons inside of our head are not ours to own. They're somebody else's, or they've been put upon us by other people, but we've kept them in place. So it's your choice, your work right now to, first of all, discover them and then let them go. Release them fully, knowing that you are worthy and deserving of an incredible life. That's what's going to allow you to take your power back. Understanding and knowing that you are worthy, 100% worthy and deserving of all that you want and intend. Okay, so take your power back by looking at those goblins, and it can be every single minute of it. We could be hanging on to. So if you get a thought of feeling unworthy, or if you think that you don't deserve something, or that something bad's going to happen, ask yourself, where are you? Where am I in this moment that I think that I am undeserving? And take yourself back to that place for just a moment. I don't like when people sit in that space, because that doesn't serve us. What we want to do is release that, so we can find that place, say when we were 3 years old and something happened, and we can say, oh my gosh, I am sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. And I love you. And that's giving ourselves what we needed in that space. And then we can release it. Just say, no, this doesn't belong to me anymore. This isn't mine to own. I need to release it, and I need to move forward. I do get to take my power back. And so release it with love and light and healing, and then move forward. And so the card that comes up next is the card of protecting treasure. And so what this card really says is that often there's a lot of people that have gifts, different skills, different ideas, and everybody's worthy of all of these things. And when we have the card of protecting treasures, it's often that we're afraid to put it out there because somebody might take it from us. Or even it can be people that might be jealous of us. And so we hang on to it. And that may be associated with our past as well. So those might be some past goblins of what people have done, like to or around us. And so we've learned to really keep it close. But here's the thing, is there is enough for everybody. Everybody. And no two people have the exact same gift. So really know what your gift is, really define what your gift is, whatever that is. Define it for yourself that aligns with your heart and soul's intention, and, with gratitude, be really grateful, and then share that. So when you can share your gift with the world, it brings back more. So stop protecting that. You're the only one that has that unique gift. It may be something, if you look in the world right now, all the singers that there are out there, you'd almost think, well, there's enough. The world can't take any more. But if you look out there, how many more new shows that come up of people singing? There's enough. There's enough for every single person. And there's enough money to go around. And just to say that continually, there is enough. There's enough for me. There's enough to me and sharing that joy. There's enough joy. There's enough love. It's never ending. So stop protecting that. Stop protecting your heart and open your heart up so that you can allow in all that you know that you're worthy and deserving of, okay? The next interesting card is the magical map shifter. And this kind of reminds me of the card of the world, yet I don't know what it's in regards to. It's just the magical map shifter. And what this is really saying, and he's blindfolded. And so that's going back to faith and the unknown. And so once you've stopped releasing or started releasing and opening up your heart, connecting with spirit, connecting with your gifts, with your insight, with your intuition, start dreaming, thinking, knowing what is it that I want to do? What can I bring the world? What does the world need that's going to fulfill me? That's going to fulfill my desires and my intentions. Set those intentions. What is my greatest ideal of myself today? And start living and walking in that light. Okay, so that's pile number 1. And so it's very important to remember to take your power back so that you can live that life of your greatest and highest intention. So for pile number 2, which was the pink calcite, I do believe, the first card, and welcome. First card, wow. Okay, so the card that comes up is the card of career transition. And I do believe this is Archangel Chamuel. And he says, your life purpose is triggering a blessed career change. So this is time for you, for those of you in pile number 2, to take a step back and analyze, are you doing what you want to be doing? Is life happening so that it's pushing you towards a career change? Because if you're not doing that which fulfills you and you want to be, now is the time to take a look at this. So talk to spirit, go to spirit, go within and really make some decisions so you can start living that life that you so deserve to live. In a career, we have to spend a lot of time at work, a whole lot of time at work. And so if it's important to you to be doing something important, we'll make those choices, okay? So that's Archangel Chamuel. The 3 cards, wow, okay, the 3 cards that come with this are, sorry, something just weird happened. Okay, so the first card, interestingly enough, and this is from the Wisdom of the Hidden Realm, and the first card is making a choice. And this is to really say, is to look deeply within. The thing is both choices are good choices. And so it's really one that is going to bring you all of the things that you truly, truly, truly want. So for you, to do with career, obviously it is, then write down, get a piece of paper, 2 sides. What does this career do for me? And what will, looking into another career, what is that going to bring to my life? And then from that place, you get to make a decision. But you need to be really clear on the choice. The choice is yours. That's the other part of it. Don't allow anybody else to make your choices. Make your own choice. Because in the end, you're going to end up regretting, or you may end up being resentful towards that person. So make your own choice. And you need support. Obviously, you need support. So ask for that support in making your own decision. Okay? Interestingly enough, I was going to say ask for, this is the card of encouragement. And so it's a little bit, it's in the position, say, of the challenger. And so you may need to learn to ask people to give you their support, to know that you're worthy of that support. And you need some encouragement. And just to, because it could be scary, taking that leap. So you want encouragement. And so ask those who will encourage you. If you're somebody that has been shut down by other people at times, find the people that will encourage you. You'll know who those are. Reach out, connect, and ask. And just ask them for encouragement. You're not asking them to make your decision. You're asking just for somebody to talk to, somebody to kind of, think about those decisions. You need that encouragement. So let them know that you need that encouragement. Okay? And the final card in this part is the card of the sacred pool. And so really, when we put our thoughts, our intentions, our desires out there, we are putting them out into that sacred space, into that sacred pool that exists, often unseen. But if you know how to meditate, if you know how just to close your mind and you can see it, if you can see it in your mind, in your visions, you can create it. So go to this place, this sacred pool place, and set your intentions there and just allow, knowing that what you want is what you truly desire and what you truly deserve. So the job that you're looking for, the career that you're looking for can be. So make sure you know exactly what you want by making that list and then setting the intention and putting it out there and allowing it to grow and to blossom and bloom into what exactly it is that you want. Participate. Okay? Very interesting that the card of passion comes up with this as well. And this is about resurrecting a dream and let your passions take flight. So this is very much the encouragement that is necessary to dive into that sacred pool, to go to that place, to remember what your passions were. And sometimes also within that, you can take a journey and say, what took me off course? Where did I go off course? Just so that you can release those memories, those thoughts in your mind, to release them so that you can allow these passions to take flight. As you're remembering, so this is kind of a really interesting card to go with this. And as I just said, because it's the card of revelation, and listen to your life and when you do listen to your life, if you kind of go back a little bit, not to hang on to things, but just to look back, know that the right path will reveal itself. Okay, so that's making those lists of knowing what's truly important. And so when you make a list, say, is this important to me? Why is it important to me? Does it serve me? Does it serve my highest good? Does it serve somebody else? So you have to know all the answers, and all those boxes need to be checked. Okay, so those are those values, those ideals that are really, really important to you and only you. Okay, and so listen to your life, listen to your journey, make decisions from your heart, always connected to the divine wisdom that's out there and available to all of us. And then go to that sacred pool, and knowing that spirit will bring forth all that really comes from the heart. Okay, so that is pile number 2. And pile number 3, this is pile number 3, which is the purple heart. So with pile number 3, the archangel that first comes up. Okay, pile number 3, this is important. It's a card of leadership. And one of the things that you need to know, that you need to remember, you need to be made aware of, is that you are a leader. And that's part of your path. And so this is Archangel Gabriel. And it says, it's time for you to assume your leadership power and position as you lovingly guide others. And so sometimes that may seem scary, but call upon Archangel Gabriel and you will be okay. Own it. Own it, own it, own it, own it. You have to own it when you're a leader. And you can't feel bad about it, and you can't feel self-conscious about it. You need to take those steps. And each time you move forward with that, it gets easier and easier and easier. That I can promise you. It will get easier and easier each time that you move forward into this leadership role. Okay? And so the cards that come up in regards to, the journey of this, and the first card is the Dragon's Lair. It's time to slay that dragon. And it's time to understand the Dragon's Lair is the ego. So what's stopping you, what's blocking you is your ego. And it's, the ego is two-sided. And the one side of the ego is really thinking we're better than, which most people really don't. Most people are the other side, even though we think that they may think that they're better than. The truth is typically they state and they say because they have such a low sense of self. And so I believe the best leaders are those that have had a lot of challenges, have had to work through things, who have struggled. Those people make the best leaders. And so it's up to you right now to look within your ego and to believe and understand and know that you are deserving and worthy of being a leader. That you've overcome, that you have the ability to help others. It's really important to remember that, and so that you can move forward. And as you do so, wow, you begin to change. It's the card of metamorphosis. And so as you begin to change, you begin to learn, you begin to grow. It's not like you're just going to step off a ladder and say, I'm a leader, and you still have to do some work and understanding fully what it means to yourself to be that leader that you are. And so there's going to be change, but change is with you. And it's growing, and it's turning into that. It's funny because the two cards are pink flamingos with bird wings. So I'm not really sure what that is. But what that would say to me is that that's a huge transformation. It really is. But that transformation is within you, and you have a lot of guides. If you look at the cards closely, look at this card closely, and you have a lot of guides. You have a lot of teachers. Go to those places where you can learn what you want to learn. Take with you that what resonates, and leave the rest behind, okay? There's a huge change, a huge awakening that is boiling up inside of yourself. And that's taking control of it. That's understanding that you're a leader and knowing that you deserve and that you can conquer that ego. And see how that ego has served you to learn and to grow, okay? And the next step, and this is the movement. And it's such an incredible card because it's almost that it's time now, that you realize it's time now, and there's different methods of movement, different choices that you can take. And so you may want to take all of the different steps to learn more. Tons of different avenues. So there's the hot air balloon, there's this ostrich, okay? There's the water, and there's the grass. So the movement is getting outside of your ego and learning. So perhaps that's because you have, with the Dragon's Lair, you know, been all-knowing because you've been afraid that you didn't know. Oh, that brings me back to a story when I was a kid, and somebody asked me a question. I had to put the card down. Somebody asked me a question once, and I knew the answer, and I was kind of like, yeah, I know the answer. And then I was afraid. I became very fearful that my answer was wrong. And so then they didn't believe me that I knew the answer. Then they said, oh, this is the answer. And then they're like, well, you didn't know that. And I did know the answer, but I was too afraid to take that step because I didn't want to be wrong. Yet I really knew deep down that I was right. And so I had to learn to use my voice to learn more, to take those steps forward. Okay, so 2 cards that come with this. The first card is, especially with the ego, have patience. Okay, where you're at right now may be good, but also be willing to pass up good for great. That's a huge lesson, huge. That means really going within your heart and your soul and learning, and, you know, you might have to give up some things that might be good, but you're giving them up for greatness, okay? That's your path. My sister actually just said that to me this morning on the phone, because I said one of the things I really, really miss about being in the city as opposed to out in the country was the sunsets. And that's exactly what she said, is sometimes you have to be willing to give things up in order to become great. And so it's kind of very interesting. And this is also the next part. And it's the card of self-love and self-acceptance. And so this directly correlates with the Dragon's Lair, also with the Metamorphosis, and with the movement forward. Self-love and self-acceptance are the ultimate acts of self-care. Loving ourselves and accepting ourselves are not about thinking that we're better than. They're outside of the ego, and they're outside of judgment of others, okay? But stop judging yourself. Care for yourself, care for your body, care for your mind, care for your soul. Those things are so important to and for you, okay? So that's pile number 3. I have to go back because of the cards with the card of faith, having faith, and this card of passion, enthusiasm on the female side and the male side. And this is this King of Cups. And it's interesting because it's like these cards appeared from nowhere. And because I've been saying this, if you've been watching my channel, you've seen that this card has come up so often in the last 3 weeks. And it's the card of connection. And it's understanding that when you connect with somebody that is really special, that is true to your heart, true to your soul, a loved one is a gift to treasure. And don't forget that. So it's to have faith that this is being brought in. And the other card that came up with this is asking for help. And when we ask for help, we need to be open to receive, as receiving is an act of generosity. It works both ways. When we're asking, we're allowing somebody else to help us. So it's two ways. It's within the idea that it's not our ego that's holding us back. It's being that right now maybe we need a little bit of help. We need to find those people to help us to create and find this connection that's so important for us. And maybe you need a little bit of help just being strong. Probably that's what it's more about, of having that faith. So ask for the help of angels. And what I just clearly saw within this card of help, and I think this is a union. So this union is close. And this guy down here is reflective of, it's almost asking spirit for help to bringing forth that connection that is true and real for you. Okay, so don't forget that. Okay, so again, don't forget to subscribe and like, comment if you'd like. I am always here to help anybody with their journey to finding those blocks, to releasing the blocks. I may put together a meditation this afternoon, because my afternoon was opened up and I've already written the meditation. I write my meditations always fresh, because I relate it to the person that I'm trying to assist. And so I bring in their guides, and I ask for my guides to be with me and to surround me as I do the meditations. So I may be doing that this afternoon, so look forward to it. And namaste, much love, many blessings, and I send out tons and tons and tons of love to everybody that's out there. Okay, God bless.